What are we even watching?
Welcome back, my delinquents. Today, we're gonna be watching Bill Burr, No Reason to Hit a Woman, How Women Argue. Well, from The People Are All the Same. I've heard some of Bill Burr's. One, he's hilarious. Two, very, I guess, edgy. But let's get into it and see what it's like. Give me a rating. How much do you like Bill Burr? 1 to 10. No one come at me about the quality. It only goes up to 720p. It's not my fault this time, okay? But let's get into it.
These huge battles. You know what the maddest she ever got at me was? One time she was watching this show. It was like a poor excuse for The View. And they started talking about domestic violence, right? For the 9...
Damn, domestic violence. You know it's gonna get spicy. But I think the last time I watched Bill Burr was when his animated show came out. F is for Family, I think. I think that's his.
Millionth time this year they're talking about domestic violence. Just in case, you know, you didn't get the memo. You know? Evidently, you know, just some people didn't get it.
There is a lot of people that don't get it, unfortunately. That's why we almost suffer. Same in Australia. We have like a big problem with it, honestly, even though we make a lot of jokes. It is a problem.
It's not okay to slam your wife's head into the cupboard drawers because she didn't dry the can opener off properly, you know? It's gonna fucking rust, right?
And yeah, a lot of the time it is crazy of a reason. I feel like a lot of people like think, oh, there's probably something that drove them to the edge. No, it's something really fucking stupid every time when you hear why someone abused someone. It's ridiculous.
How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? It's like wife beaters watching for, oh, fuck, now I get it. Ups a daisy, sweetheart, here we go. There you go, oh.
I guess that's the ironic thing is it's supposed to be preventative because no person who actually beats their wife is gonna stop off a PCA, unfortunately.
So at the end of the hour, they come to the logical conclusion. They're like, there is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I could give you like 17 right off the top of my head.
Of course he could, of course.
You could wake me from a drunken stupor, I could still give you like 9.
That shit-eating grin on his face is like, I'm about to stir up some trouble.
Dude, there's plenty of reasons to hit a woman, you just don't do it. But to sit there and suggest that there's no reason.
To be fair, I am biased because I have way too many sisters. And as someone who only has sisters, I have never not hit women, so I can't understand this debate, but I am a girl.
Dude, the level of ego behind that statement. What are you, levitating above the rest of us? You're never annoying? Women, how many times have you thought about slapping your fucking guy in the head this week?
Every day!
There you go.
The only honest person in the crowd, nah. But you can think about it. You just shouldn't do it, guys.
Every day.
Don't want to get in trouble.
You didn't do it, right? Oh, dude, it drives me nuts. There's no reason. There's no reason. Really? No reason? How about this? You marry a girl, you fall in love, you buy her a house. You go to work every day, paying off the house. You come home one day, she's banging the next door neighbor, hands you divorce papers. You got to move out, sleep on a futon, and still pay for that house that she's going to stay in. No reason. I'm not saying you should do it, but there's plenty of fucking reasons in that arc of a story.
Hear me out. His logic isn't exactly flawed. He's right that you probably shouldn't hit people still, but that would be a reason.
All right, that was a hypothetical. You want an actual story? I'll give you one. All right, I fucked up my foot playing drums, trying to get my bass drum foot as fast as John Bonham's, because I figured that's a good thing to focus on. 43 years of age, never married, no kids. I figured this is going to lead me to the light, right? This is what I need to do.
Oh my God.
So I don't know what I did. I felt like after I played for like an hour, and afterwards I felt like literally like there was some midget stabbing me in the bottom of my foot, right? Like I had lightning coming out of the bottom of my foot.
Oh.
So I did the typical guy thing. I'm like, I'm not going to the hospital. I'll sleep it off. Be fine, right? Next morning I wake up, my foot's even worse, and I got to walk my crazy dog. So I'm like, I can't do it. My foot's killing me. So I wake up my girl, go, sweetheart, can you do me a favor? Can you walk the dog for me? Can you just take the shift? You know, I'll do your afternoon shift. Can you just do me this solid? Can you do this for me? And she's just like, oh. you know, I had a late night last night. I'm tired. I have a big day. And I just go, fuck it. She goes, what do you mean, fuck it? It's like, why can't you just say no? Why do you always gotta like waterboard me with like a 20-minute explanation that eventually winds its way around to go, fuck yourself? Just say no. So I'm just limping out of the room. Whatever, go back to bed. You got a big day, right? So now I'm like limping down the street. I got like Tourette's, fucking goddamn bullshit. Dog's walking next to me.
I feel like it's because most people feel like they have to give a reason. They can't just say no.
I gotta admit, I got a little childish. I did. I got a little childish, you know? I was just thinking about my relationship. I'm like, this is the relationship I'm in? You just gonna do whatever the hell you wanna do? Right?
He's now on my side of the screen, so I'm gonna move my fat ass. God damn it, Bill, stay in spot. Stay in your spot. Now I'm too far away from my bunny.
Fuck me? Fine, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I wanna do. I feel like listening to my iPod on full blast, walking around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did. Turned it all the way up, and my whole plan was just to walk by her like I didn't even know her. That was it. She came down the hall. I just ghosted her. Just walked right past her.
Oh my God.
Just trying to piss her off. And I gotta tell you something. Worked like a charm. Worked like a charm. Yeah. Hung my coat up, turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me. But the music was so loud, not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was listening to. Ah! It's one of the highlights of the relationship. So I knew what she was saying. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going onto the computer, right? So I limp over and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, she's like, now, we're going to talk about this right now. Comes out, poof, and slaps the headphones off my head. I got big ears. It fucking hurt. So I'm like, honey, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Put the headphones back on. She comes right back up again. Poof, slaps them off.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like that's very close to hitting a spouse, you know? I feel like we're getting a domestic.
A little harder. This time they spin halfway around my head. Caveman DNA starts coming up. Talking through my teeth. Honey, leave me alone. Don't want to talk about it, right? Put them on. Third time she comes out. Poof, slaps him right across the room, and I snap. I'm like, fine, you want to have the fight? Let's fucking have the fight. She's like, we will discuss this later when you calm down. Right there. I just wanted to roll her up on her yoga mat and stuff her behind the couch. Just leave her there until she got thirsty. Come on, let me out of here. I have a spin class. You've made your point. This is ridiculous. No, that's the thing.
I get what he means. I hate when someone riles you up and then they're like, no, I can't talk to you because you're not calm. I was like, how do you think I got not calm, huh? You're the one who's begging. As someone with many sisters, I understand this.
Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, you know? But saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out?
Yeah, it also takes out the fact of, in domestic violence, there can be both abusing each other. So you don't want to oversimplify domestic violence. But ideally, yes, you shouldn't hit anyone. That is the ideal situation.
Look how awkward it is in here right now. I said you shouldn't hit a woman. I'm just saying, how come you can't ask questions? You can only ask questions about what the guy did. You can never ask about the woman. Why is that? Why is that? What is that? What does answer him right mean? What does that mean? Are you the idiot who got up halfway through the special during the bit and you're like walking around like I'm not fucking taping a special here? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Fucking had to ignore all of that and now you're gonna like yell out? And not only that, yell something that makes no fucking sense whatsoever? Answer him! Answer him! Every fucking special I do, there's always one. Always right down the fucking middle. Talking about hitting women, sweetheart. And I think you just added another reason. Jesus fucking Christ. You love this. I'm not even in a relationship with her, and she's fucking nagging me.
Oh, God.
Fucking unbelievable. Look, I understand hitting a woman's a bad thing, okay? Well, how come you can't fucking ask questions? I just don't understand. Like, if I get bit by a rattlesnake, wouldn't you guys have some questions? Right? How did it happen? Did you not see it? Were you fucking with it? How did this snake get so mad it almost killed you? Firemen put out a fire. They don't just drive away afterwards. They sift through the debris.
To be fair, if you get bit by a rattlesnake, they still to get rid of the rattlesnake, sometimes kill it. They ask questions, but the result is the same.
Start. Here's an oily rag, right? Look, I realize I'm coming off pretty ignorant right about now. I realize that. Let me extend an olive branch then, okay? I realize that there's some animal guys out there, okay? Horrible guys, you know, have a rough day at the factory, come home, tuna casserole, and just start swinging, all right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to say that those people don't exist. I realize they exist. They should be buried underneath the prison, okay? So if I can admit
I
that...
definitely agree. Those are the kind of guys that also don't want to change most of the time.
That, ladies, can you at least admit that every ass kicking doesn't just fall out of the fucking sky? Really? Even hockey has 2 minutes for instigating, right? They understand that some back and forth happened before that shit, you know? You know what it is? Is every case is handled like that Rihanna one, where they just say, the guy's a piece of shit, fuck this guy, blah, 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 send him to jail, and then they never ask anything about that. You know, I'm not saying he should have done it, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying, dude.
The evil smile. But to be fair, that Rihanna one was fucked up. Oh my god, ever look up the pictures of her, what he did? Insane. Yeah, some are very black and white like that, and sometimes domestic violence is a lot more complicated.
In your heart of hearts, what do you think was going down before that happened? You think she was just sitting there going, oh my God, Baskin Robbins, you want to get some ice cream? And he fucking... You know? Or do you think maybe they were having some epic end of the relationship fight and some crazy shit was being said? Maybe she was screaming in his ear some crazy female shit like, oh, fuck all your friends, I don't give a fuck! Maybe that's why I sell more albums than you, motherfucker!
Yeah, still what happened to Rihanna, so embarrassing. But who knows what really happened, I guess. But still, like, there's a big difference between like thinking to hit someone and being that living shit out of someone. 100%.
Right? To be fair, she could have just been sitting there going, I need a tissue. Do you keep those in the glove box? Oh my God, I'll bring my out. I'll bring my...
Especially if someone's on drugs. I could believe you just sitting there talking to someone calmly and they're just off their rocker or some shit.
Now fuck that, because you know what it is? They never address how women argue, which I think is a core of a lot of that shit. You know? And I gotta tell you something, man. Like, I never knew how women argued. But after 20 years of losing every significant battle in a relationship, I finally figured out how they argued. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm starting to turn this franchise around. I have begun...
We have to pause here because I can't let secrets get out. It's not...
a winning tradition. This is how they argue, as far as I can tell. All right? If they're right, they argue the point. And they stay on point and make sure you stay on point until you're down on your knees, apologizing, begging for forgiveness. All right? No problem with that. Totally respect it. But here's the thing. If they're wrong, they go rogue. They go off-road.
Wait, women get to win fights? I think I've been doing it wrong. I've never won a fight in my bloody life. What is this? What? What? Women are supposed to win? Damn.
They start thinking of shit you're sensitive about, maybe you don't get along with your dad, and in their head they just start concocting this evil statement. Totally designed, this desperate Hail Mary attempt to make you so fucking mad, you just call them a That's what it is. And trumps all the bullshit they did to start the argument. Now it's not about that. Well, that's no reason to call me a and then that's it. You're in this room now.
I think he may just be an Australian because I do this too. Whenever I get really annoyed at a conversation, even with my friends, I just end up by going, you were such a yeah. Which I will try and remember to censor it because we can't say that word on YouTube apparently. But yes. And then I just ended on that. Well, you're a...
Now, right? My girl knows my big thing is, my big fear in life is to be that dude who grows old, you know, grows old alone, has like that basement apartment, just screaming up at the younger couple, turn it down! That isn't music! So I noticed that anytime she was losing a fight, out of nowhere, she'd just be like, well, that's why you're just gonna grow old and be alone. Then I'd lose my shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes for the 9th fucking time in a row. This is what the argument was about. I was so right. What happened? So if you learn anything from my ignorance tonight, just know this. Next time you're in a battle with your beautiful woman.
Serious note, my opinion on fights, like, don't have fights like this. Once you say something nasty, you can't take it back, okay?
Your wife, girlfriend, whatever, and they start out of nowhere, okay? You're winning, and they just start saying that crazy shit out of nowhere. Just know in that moment you've won the fight, okay? All right? Don't get mad. Bob and weave, slip all of that shit. Maybe because you got a little dick. Just let that slide. Stay in the pocket of the argument.
They just say, it doesn't change, I won. That's what most people do. To keep it on point.
Okay? It's over. The argument is over. You've won. Just take a knee and run out the clock. All right? Yes. Lean on the ropes. Let them punch themselves out. And then in the end, you throw their psychology right back at them. Well, maybe we should discuss it later when you calm down.
I'm going to be honest. It's like he wants to put his life on the line for the win.
And they won't hook up with you for a couple of days. Who cares? Who cares? You rub one out. Rub one out like a man. It's the champagne of victory.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I honestly do like the energy he has for his stand-up. It's really good. I always enjoy it. I know a lot of people think he's controversial, but for me, he's just not even that controversial, because for me, he's a comedian, so they're supposed to say crazy shit. That's part of it. Honestly, I always think of comedy as that more of a, like, especially a professional comedian, it's more of a gray zone where you're supposed to have some leeway to have fun with it, you know? But let me know, my delinquents, what you thought in the comments below. Did you have fun? Do you like Bill Burr? And who is your favorite comedian? I'll catch you next time, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
In a world of neon lights, till the bunny shines so bright, clumsy hot flood holds her crown, busting sassy folks she's found. Ears perk up a burp in sight, with a smile she takes the fight. Buns and balls won't break her stride, caring heart she won't lie.